Coach Taylor, your team made it all the way to the title game at the Big West Championship last season, the second consecutive and fourth in the last 5 years. How do you build off last season? And if you can, please give us a preview of this upcoming year.
It's a credit to the guys on this ball club, and then within this program. I think everybody knows that we work and work really, really hard, and every team has an opportunity to define themselves. And the last couple of 4 years, teams have been able to do that, particularly at the end of the season. And I would expect this team to be no different. There's a little bit of a mystique, a little bit of tradition from the old guys, and they indoctrinate the new guys and let them know, hey, this is what we do here. This is how we do business. And the new guys seem to take to it very well. And so this year I would anticipate and expect no different. We're new. We still have quite a few returning guys. We have the defensive player of the year in Torrey San Antonio, who's been here with us for 4 years. We have Vincent Lee. We have Max Jones, Grayson Carper. So we've got a handful of guys that experienced what the program did or what the team did last year. And this year I would expect no different, in terms of their leadership and their ability to show the newer guys, the transfers, the high school guys, how we do business and what to expect moving forward. And so this year it'll be tough. We have a tough preseason schedule, I would say, and all in an effort to get us ready for what we are going to see in league play. And our conference will be extremely difficult. And I would anticipate us continuing to work and continuing to develop and continue to grow, throughout the course of the season.
Yes, you guys are always kind of an under the radar team that always seems to pull up on top. And you already alluded to one of your other returners, Torrey San Antonio, as you mentioned, the reigning Big West Defensive Player of the Year. He spent the last 4 years with you. So can you talk a little bit more about his loyalty and how important it is to have his continuity, especially in the transfer portal era that we are in?
Yeah, I think it's nothing short of amazing for him to, number one, pick Cal State Fullerton as a freshman, and then number two, just continue to grow over the course of every year and become, in short order, the defensive player of the year. And that's something that he doesn't take lightly. It's something that he actually hangs his hat on. Being a grinder, being a guy that does all the dirty work, and for him to be recognized not only by his teammates but the rest of the coaches in our league, I think it speaks volumes for him. But then also, it shows a level of loyalty in terms of defining what it means. Loyalty is something that we're obviously extremely loyal to him and giving him the opportunity and doing what we said we would do in the recruiting process. And he's taken that and moved it to another level in terms of just continuing to buy in and continuing to eliminate the distractions, the voices outside the lines, and really allowed us to coach him and really allowed us to be a part of his growth process. And, in short order, I think the benefit is he's the defensive player of the year, and he's got one more year to continue to grow that, to be the defensive player of the year. But also, I think we're set up for him to be, or to show what he can do from an offensive standpoint, which I'm really excited for him to have this opportunity that he can take advantage of and show the conference what he's about.
We've all seen his growth over the years, and you yourself place a strong emphasis on development in your program's motto, #DevelopYou. What does that mean to you?
Obviously, it's something near and dear, and it's, to me, it's something that we started some time ago, and literally in every essence of the word, develop. We're just trying to grow and trying to get better. Even if it's at one little thing that we can hang our hat on, that we've gotten better from day one to day two to day three, and improve, so that day 6 and day 26 and day 46, day 56, there's a pattern of growth. There's a pattern of identifying what you're trying to grow at, identifying the ways that you want to grow at it, and then putting in the necessary work to knock off those said benchmarks. And so that's something that we hang our hat on a day-to-day basis. Around here, we have to fight for everything that we get. We are the underdog. We're undersourced. You can say all of these things, but at the end of the day, I think we're productive at a very high clip, and it's nothing short of saying our staff takes that very seriously. our players take that very seriously in terms of just working hard and having something to show for it at the end. And now all of a sudden we know what's at the end, and that's just getting better and becoming tighter as a group and experiencing all the highs and lows that it takes throughout the course of the season. But at the end of it, we can all look back and say we're better for the experience.
Along with your duties on the court, preaching that work ethic, you are the author of your own book, Tailor Made for Coaching. Could you describe a
Yeah.
little bit about your coaching philosophy?
The book doesn't necessarily get into the coaching philosophy. It's more of the journey in terms of what I've been through and what I've endured, and not that it's been crazy, but it just talks about the journey that started as a young kid. Growing up in the house of a coach who was my coach, who happened to be my dad as well. But really, that is what the book is about, and just again going back to that development and that growth, just walking in what that looks like for myself and sharing with others what that looks like. But our philosophy is very simple from a standpoint of identifying what it is that we do well, what each of us we do well, and taking advantage of the opportunity that we're given to define what it is that we do. And we do well, and really being that fundamental and that rudimentary in terms of identifying what it is that you do well. And it's not a whole bunch of things, it's one or two, maybe three things that you do really well, but really, really trying to become a master in doing those things, so that when you leave the room, people know you left the room because you did A, B, and C, and they need that. And so there's a lot that entails. But we're super proud of the way that we go about it, and it's literally our philosophy is just try to improve and try to get better and try to grow and try to develop. And there's ways that you can do those things and ways that you want to do those things. And again, our program stands for those things and identifying those things, but not only identifying them, but defining them on a day-to-day basis.
I know the team's persistence is a testament to your coaching, and we surely look forward to seeing the work play out once again this season. Thank you so much for your time, Coach.
All right. Thank you for having me. Take care.